Please stand back from the platform edge.
This is Arsenal. This is a Piccadilly line service to Heathrow.
This has been, Arsenal supporters pub since 1913. In 1913, Arsenal moved the stadium from Woolwich to Highbury, and this pub used to be called the Globe. Because it's closest to the old Highbury Stadium, literally just down there, it became the football pub.
Arsenal's chief photographer, Stuart McFarland, he's been a good customer of ours for a long time. When he heard about Arsenal doing this project, Arsenal supporting supporters, for us, they presented us with Emil Smith Rowe. They love the fact we're a family business, so it was amazing the support that Arsenal gave us as a small shop.
We were already involved with Arsenal Football Club, not the players obviously, but the people that work within the club. And especially on the match days, we have like regular people that comes here from far distance. So we sort of had that background with the club.
My dream was then to get a pub around here. Obviously I had the Gunners for 20 years. Then this place came up. I don't particularly like the statue because who wants to look at each other? The fans love it. They all think to come in and say, oh, famous footballer, is he dead? You know what I mean? Say, no, he's very much alive. He's behind the bar or whatever,
We've seen a massive difference this year. The fan base is amazing. The local community, it's definitely changed everything. But I think more of that is Arteta. It seems like since Arteta's come in, he's worked really hard to get the club to change the route that it's taken, to try and get everyone back on side and back supporting Arsenal the way we should. And as it's shown this year, the love that Arsenal have had back.
When Arteta came in, obviously, there was a lot of dead wood we had to get rid of and whatever. And obviously we missed out last year, which in some senses, I think it was a blessing in disguise that we didn't qualify last season for the Champions League. And this season, it was a hell of a lot more positive from day one. We hit the ground running.
Arteta, because it took him so long to get the team playing in it, and he signed Aubameyang, and then he fired Aubameyang. I had a lot of, especially on social media, a lot of people very negative about Mikel Arteta. And then that was coinciding with the COVID. Since the lockdown finished, Arteta's like a genius now. He's like the best.
When he first come to Arsenal, he said that he wanted to bring the fans and the club back together because there was a divide. The fans were really disgruntled. We paid the highest season ticket prices. We didn't think we were getting value for money. We didn't feel a connection with the players in the team, and he's changed that.
We could see fans, especially on the match days, we get really busy, and you could see on their face there's a different approach to it, if you know what I mean.
I think this season is different from almost any season we've been involved in. I think in the Invincible season was great, but the Invincible season, I've said this on the podcast, it felt like we were going to see Cirque du Soleil or someone, right? We turn up there every game going, well, I wonder how many we'll win by today. Whereas this, it feels like it needs our help.
But we've been criticised over the years at the Emirates for, it being a little bit quiet. The fans are sort of sitting there waiting for something to happen. It hasn't been like that at all this year. Like from the whistle goes right till the end. The fans have been right behind the team. And what have really impressed me about the fans as well is that they haven't gotten onto the backs of the players. If it hasn't gone well, they've encouraged them, they've stuck with them and they've encouraged them. And the atmosphere has just been, I think this is the best ever atmosphere we've had in this stadium since we've moved into it.
If that day comes this year when we can push it over the line and win the league. The area on the whatever game it is, where we finally become champions, this area will be insane. Nice to meet you, Taddy. No problem, my pleasure.
Council have already said, regardless whether Arsenal win the league or come second or whatever, they're going to have a parade because we've got Champions League football for the first time in years. That's a big plus for us. So I think, hopefully everybody's ready for this.
Cheers, bye-bye.
The league is the jewel in the crown, but let's just say people would be taking a week off for celebrations if we did manage to scrape through and win it,
Yeah, I think it'll get a bit messy. I think there may be some drink taken. I mean, I've booked most of the month of June off to celebrate, and hopefully I'll be able to, because it feels like I'll win as well.
The young age, from the kids and all the way to the elderly people, everybody just comes together, and they just they enjoy every moment that Arsenal provides in it. Even when we lose, there is still that loving and caring within the community.
It's the fact that there's even a person that's black, that from I was a little kid, I always saw black, even in the days when there wasn't as many black players. Arsenal always had black players, always had black fans. All those things hooked me in.
It's a little bit like an identity. People don't ask you your religion or don't ask you what country are you from. They ask you what football team you support. And that's like your little bit of identity.
I'm loving life at the moment, and I'm very glad that I'm an Arsenal fan.